Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the
Auglaize Equipment Rental is your source for all your equipment needs. Whether you're a contractor or a homeowner with a project, we can help get the job done more efficiently. Check us out at 1900 Celina Road or auglaizeequipmentrental.com or just call 419-394-7883. Auglaize Equipment Rental.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
Well, good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Grand Lake Health Systems Court for this Western Buckeye League encounter between the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders and the Celina Lady Bulldogs. I'm Joe Hurlbert. I'll be bringing you all the play-by-play actions of tonight's contest. I'm joined in the booth by Derek and Kelly J, and you guys already have a game under your belt, but it seemed like we were here not too long ago, concluding the regular season of a year ago, but boy, just time flies.
Yes, and we have, since the holiday break there, we have, I think, a full force tonight.
Absolutely.
With everybody's kind of back and in action, and Rider Nation Station going full strong here. Might as well start out the season with a WBL.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And against your rival in the Western Buckeye League, the Celina Bulldogs. St. Mary's comes in with a record of 2-1 overall. Celina 0-1. And Kelly, you've seen the Rough Riders against Kalida, but they had an opening season loss to Fairview and came back and beat Vandalia Butler and then Kalida.
Yeah, lost to Vandalia Butler.
They lost that too?
Yes, they lost to Vandalia Butler 44-32. So they're actually 1-2. And
well, that's off the Max Prep.
Max, yeah. Max Prep a little.
Well,
I was actually I was in the gym, so I know that one for sure.
I get that. Thanks you.
At the beginning of the season, everybody's writing their goals down, and for the Rough Riders, obviously they're shooting for a Western Buckeye League title, and it starts here. It starts here tonight. I'm not sure that the Celina Bulldogs probably have that as one of their prime goals, because it would probably be a bit unrealistic considering where they came from last year. I'm sure their goals are a little bit different. They were 2-7 in the WBO last year, finished in 8th place, and I think they're to the point where they want to build, want to get better each game, even each practice. They do have 5 returning seniors on this squad, and they've got Taylor Klingshern, who was a third-team WBL player last year, and they're probably shooting for making a better performance. Last year's game, let's see, where's my note? Last year's game was a blowout. St. Mary's 70 and Celina 29, and a lot of turnovers, a lot of pressing, full court. You had the running clock in the second half. Kendall Deringer and Noe Ruane combined for 35 points. I can't do math. My son knows that. They combined for 35 points, and so those two are gone. So
Right.
little different ball game here tonight.
Celina would love nothing more than to play a little spoiler here and
absolutely
and kind of put an early dink into the Riders WBL title hopes.
This tip-off is being brought to you by our friends at State Farm Insurance. Be a legend, insure your life. Contact Laura or Logan Yelton, your State Farm agents in St. Mary's, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Celina wins the tip. They have the basketball.
St. Mary's looks to be in a man to start with. They've started in a zone a couple games.
Rachel Rammel with the basketball at the top of the key. She'll give it over to Dirksen.
Kind of got away with a little double dribble there. Pass to herself and never quite got rid of it. That missed call there.
Rammel drops it into Bertke. Bertke goes up with the shot. Nope, that won't go. Rebound comes down to Ella Jacobs. And quickly the Rough Riders are on the run. Reagan Allmeyer. Cora Rabel, far side to Reese Rabel. She's going to launch a three. Nope, off the iron. Rebound comes down to Peyton Bertke. Just underway from Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Rider Nation Station. Glad to have you aboard tonight as we bring you the Western Buckeye League opener for girls high school basketball. Of course, Rider Nation Station will be here to bring you the home games of both the boys and the girls throughout the course of the 22-23 season. Taylor Klingshern off the window, rolls around, and it falls. So Celina takes an early 2-0 lead on the American Legion scoreboard.
Nice strong drive by Klingshern right there.
As I said, she was a third-team WBL player last year.
Three-point goal is good by Cora Rabel.
Cora Rabel kind of taking her sister's role there with a deep three. Reese is normally one of our sharpshooters from long range, and Cora set up really well that time to cash in.
Taylor Klingshern will drop it down low to Bertke. Back it goes to Rammel, drives a left hand, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Morgan Hesse. Riders are going the other direction. Far side it goes to Reese Rabel. She's going to launch one, and if sister can do it, I can do it too.
And I just called that. I'm calling the shot here from the spot. So
a Fowler TV three-point goal by Cora and Reese Rabel gives the Rough Riders a 6-2 lead on the American Legion scoreboard. Substitution in for the Celina Bulldogs. Kenley Holstad, number 15, checks in. Kira Dirksen with the basketball. She's guarded by Rabel. She'll drop it over to Rachel Rammel. Rammel stops, give it back to Klingshern. Klingshern drives right side off the window and two. Nice drive by Taylor Klingshern.
Taylor scored 6 points in the Bulldog opening game. 8 rebounds, 6 points.
Last 3 possessions, Riders on offense doing a little bit of what you would like to call, Kelly, toe jumping.
Yes, jumping on their toes.
Morgan Hesse hitting the offensive board, hasn't knocked out of bounds. The Rough Riders had 2 3-point shots that failed to go in. but did a good job of keeping the ball alive underneath their own basket. And Cora Rabel will trigger it in with 4:50 remaining here in the first quarter. Lob it in to Hesse. Ella Jacobs' bounce pass is stolen by Rachel Rammel. Give the ball to Kendall Holstad. Left-handed dribble goes in. Nope, it's partially blocked. Ella Jacobs with it. She'll give it to Reese Rabel. Here come the Rough Riders the other direction. Good job by Cora Rabel to go after the basketball.
Yep, coming back to the pass. Otherwise, that was a pick six in football terms, going the other way.
Shot put up by Allmeyer. Nope, won't go. Ella Jacobs will give it to Reese Rabel. She'll set her feet and shoot it. Air ball, no good. Morgan Hesse, Riders fighting for the ball. Good job on the offensive glass. So they'll slow it up, and Cora Rabel will set the offense. Right side, it goes to Allmeyer. Down low to Jacobs. Spin move, baseline. Kick it back out to Reese Rabel. Three-point shot, nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Taylor Klingshern. To Holstad. To Dirksen.
Last game against Kalida, the Riders were only 2 for 10 from three-point range. Not sure that jacking up a lot of threes is in their best interest right now. I think pounding it inside would probably be pretty good. Very athletic move there by Ella Jacobs.
Come up short, and we've got a timeout called by Celina. So at the score on the American Legion scoreboard, the Rough Riders 6, the Lady Bulldogs 4. Back right after this.
At Chef Auto Sales in St. Mary's, we don't play any of those pricing games. Our quality vehicles are priced at or below market value, and our no-pressure friendly staff is here to help you. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron Hyde, the car guy at Chef Auto Sales.
All righty, back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Joe Hurlbert alongside Kelly and Derek J. Lady Riders lead on the American Legion scoreboard by a score of 6-4 with 3:19 remaining. Rough Riders, Kelly, have attempted a few more threes than probably you would expect.
Eight of their 10 shots from the field so far have been from behind the three-point line.
Last year's game was up and down, a lot of pressing, a lot of turnovers, easier shots, and obviously that's something that Coach Burke wants to get, but give Celina credit. They're forcing them into a half-court game and forcing them to take shots that aren't as easy as shots. And just as I say
nice
that,
steal.
The Riders were able to get that steal that they've been looking for.
Rabel, kick it back out to Reese. To Morgan Hesse, goes up from the free throw line, 2 points.
Morgan Hesse scored 18 points in the victory over Kalida, and has been kind of their mainstay scorer so far in the early season.
Defense takes it away. Hesse's going to go up with another shot, rolls around and out. Celina has the basketball coming the other way. 2:29 remaining here in the first quarter.
Celina being led by first-year head coach Brett Bacher, and showing my age here a little bit, I had Brett back in
as
class.
A student.
As a student, yes. during my 9-year stint as a teacher in Celina, yes, he was a student in my class. He was a 99 grad, played outstanding player for Mike Caney.
Really?
Yes, he played for Mike as a Bulldog. And I believe his daughter is a freshman
Brooke?
on the team this year. Yes, Brooke Bacher. And
Reagan, go ahead.
Yeah, his goal obviously this year is to make improvements, stabilize, make them competitive.
I think, Kelly, and you've been there. I think one of the hardest things as a first-year head coach is learning the characteristics of your of your ball club. Who you can push, who you can't push, that kind of thing, and that takes a little time.
Yes, and being able to make the switch, because if I'm not mistaken, I think Brett's done a number of years in the boys program at Celina as well, and sometimes making that adjustment is tough. sometimes guys you don't want to be too hard on the girls,
I
you
hear
know,
you.
and suddenly,
Yeah.
you know, suddenly
Right.
your teams are playing soft because
Right.
you know you're not willing to be tough on them, and so there's a line you got to figure out where your kids are and what you can do.
Ashley Nuss in the ball game for the Rough Riders with the shot.
Riders might be going for the all-time attempt thing here.
Shot up won't go. Here comes Cora Rabel. We're under a minute at 49 seconds to go. In the line is through the paint is Nuss. Her shot is no good. Rebound Celina. We're coming the other direction. Get it up court quickly to number 33 into the ball game. Well, she started Amelia Lutz. Peyton Bertkey with the rebound.
And Amelia Lutz, just saw in the paper, is just signed a letter of intent to run track at Hillsdale College.
Really?
Yes, as a thrower.
Didn't I see on your notes that she was a two-time Western Buckeye League shot put champion? Coral Rabel for three. That's going to end the first quarter here at Grand Lake Health Systems Court with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 11, the Celina Lady Bulldogs 6. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Celina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Insurance Agency is here to help you with your home, auto, business, and life insurance needs. Being an independent insurance agency representing many fine companies and located at 121 North Wayne Street in St. Mary's, you can contact Joe Burke or Dan Burke for a no-obligation quote today. R.J. Burke Insurance Agency in St. Mary's. Second quarter just underway. Morgan Hesse goes up with a shot, and she is fouled quickly by Peyton Bertkey, and that'll put Morgan Hesse at the line. Derek, what you got for numbers in the first quarter?
Nothing really too significant outside of the three numbers. The Rough Riders attempted 11 threes in that first quarter. 11 of their 18 total shots were threes. So it's chuck and run here this first quarter so far.
Morgan Hesse hits the first of two free throws. She'll get one more.
Last game, the Rough Riders were 16 of 34 from the free throw line. So obviously that was something that Coach Burke spent some time on in practice this week. And Morgan Hesse was talking before the game about, she said, got to hit free throws, got to hit free throws. So, yeah, I know that was an issue this week.
No, she hit both of them.
Yep,
to give the Rough Riders a 13-6 lead. Drop it down low to Bertkey, guarded by Hesse. Kick it back out to Klingshirn. To Lutz. Picks the dribble up. Give it to Bertkey. She'll give it to Lutz.
Lutz was the leading scorer in the opening game against Coldwater. Scored 8 points on 3 of 9 shooting.
3-point shot put up by Kira Dirksen. Won't go. Here comes the Rough Riders with the basketball. Allmeyer to Morgan Hesse. Puts the ball on the paint, and she's going to be called for a charge. So the Turnover will give the ball back to Celina.
Peyton Berkey did a pretty nice job getting down there. Not sure she was totally set. But, she sold it and got the call.
If I was Morgan Hesse, I would not be happy about that call. I don't think there was a lot of contact there. I think she was in good position, but I just
good
don't
position.
think there was much contact.
She may have fallen a little quickly.
Berkey picks up the dribble. The ball is stolen by Hesse. Give the ball to Reese Rabel. She'll bring it across the 10-second line. She'll give it to her sister, Cora.
Yeah, don't know if Coach Burke talked about a little better ball shot selection or not.
Rabel shot no good. Ella Jacobs with the rebound. She'll kick it back out. They'll restart the offense.
So far in the early season, Cora Rabel has been the one person who has turned the corner on that ball screen. She's the one that's been attacking the basket a little more than others. And first 2 games, not enough north-south aggression. Much better against Kalida. Of course, got the victory against Kalida. So,
as far as the Rough Riders, as far as height is concerned this year, they had McLaughlin last year at the center position, a big girl, and did a great job offensively and defensively with rebounds. They lost a little bit of that with her graduating.
Yes, and they've kind of replaced it. Obviously, Morgan Hesse's 5'11", a very, very athletic girl, runs the court really well. What they lost in height, they were able to replace with speed. Now, that being said, it doesn't do any good to have a lot of speed if you're not using it.
All righty, the Tap House at the Square invites you to join them after the game. They're located in the St. Mary's Square Business Complex. The Tap House is the new place to meet old friends. Best of luck to all rider athletes and teams, and cheers to a healthy and successful season with lots of wins.
Coach Balker called that timeout, saved them a possession. There was a possibility they were going to get a turnover there. So, well-used timeout. And, you look at the score clock. If I'm Celina, I'm saying, we're down 7. Not bad.
They've really defended pretty well.
Yes, they have.
They're, if St. Mary's cools off a little from 3.
Shot put up and missed. Celina, St. Mary's with the rebound, and it's thrown away and stolen by Rachel Rammel. She'll take it to the hole, go up with the left hand, no good. Ashley Nuss comes down with the rebound. She'll give it to Cora Rabel. Nuss. Jacobs. Swing it left side to Cora Rabel. Goes in, off the window, got it.
And
nice drive.
And that's what I talked about earlier. Cora's been the one person who has been willing to take the ball to the basket. And the Riders need a little more of that out of other people. Mm-hmm. But right now, at least, we've got Cora doing it. On the other side of the floor, Taylor Klingchern, and right there we go, as attacking the basket. Hadn't hit a ton of them, but aggressively attacking the basket, which is good.
Ashley Nuss with the basketball, give it to Ella Jacobs. Rabel, ball fake, takes it in the paint, goes up with a shot off the glass. Nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Kira Dirksen.
Cora maybe needed to do a little better job of going up instead of sideways as she shot that. That makes it a really tough shot when all your momentum's going sideways.
Peyton Berkey goes up with a one-handed shot and hits it. So the Rough Riders last year, obviously, Kendall Daringer, Noe Ruane were the 2 mainstays. Pretty much their offense was built around them. Has St. Mary's identified their leader offensively yet to this point?
Yes and no. And Reese Rabel cashes in a 3. Reese, since she just hit that, we'll talk about her for a second. Reese has stepped forward as being the spot-up shooter, and she's been very good from beyond the arc. Led the Riders in the first game. Well, didn't lead, but had 11 points, 3 threes. She's been pretty consistent. Morgan Hesse has stepped up to become the main rebounder and our leading scorer so far. She had 13 points against Fairview, 9 points, 8 rebounds against Vandalia, and 18 points against Celina. So she's kind of stepped up to be that main focus. Cora Rabel has stepped up to become our main ball handler, taking over the majority of the ball handling duties. I think Morgan Hesse's going to wish she had that one back.
Yep.
That was probably the easiest one she's had. But those 3 in particular have really stepped up into certain roles.
Sure.
Ella Jacobs doing a great job of defending. She's a tenacious on-the-ball defender and as rebound. Hopefully, as the season wears on, her offensive production will increase. Reagan Allemeyer, same thing. She's hit some perimeter shots, not aggressively driving yet, and doing a lot of ball handling. Hopefully that comes. Again, she's young.
Shot put up by Taylor Klingshire, and she's fouled in the act, so she'll go to the line and shoot 2. Foul is on Ella Jacobs. That's her first, team's second. So not a lot of fouls called with 2:23 remaining here in the first half from Grand Lake Health Systems court.
Klingshire, 11 points a game last year, and 74% free throw shooter last year. She was obviously their leading scorer, go-to in a lot of areas, and yeah, it's nice having that senior leadership out there, and you can definitely tell she takes some responsibility offensively to drive the Bulldog offense.
You're one of the people that we failed to mention, and we haven't mentioned because she's not playing, is Kyella Billingsley. She has probably been, I think she's not in tonight's ball game for either she's ill or an injury or whatever the case may be, but she probably would have started in the place of Peyton Berkey.
Right.
And she's a senior, and you take a veteran like that off the floor, that kind of affects you in some way down the road.
Yeah. Sarah Graber into the lineup for the Rough Riders. And we talked last week, another very athletic Rough Rider.
Hesse, nope, hits the back of the iron. She follows her shot. Allmeyer.
Cora Abel feeling it. That basket's looking really big for her tonight. That's good.
Rough Riders lead 21-10 on the American Legion scoreboard. Drop it down low to Felver. Rough Riders have the basketball coming the other direction.
And really, the Bulldogs shouldn't be too terribly on an ill-advised turnover there, but shouldn't be too upset defensively. They forced the Riders into some fairly low percentage shots. Coach Balker may talk a little bit about rebounding at halftime.
Drop it down to Bikey, goes up with the left hand. Nope, good defense by Morgan Hesse. It'll be tipped back out to Dirksen, to Felver, to Berkey.
And we're winding down on time here in the second half. I don't know if the Dogs will be content to try to get a last shot or the best shot they can. And
Shot
they go
put
for the
up by
best shot.
Lutz is good.
And again, Lutz was the leading scorer in their opening game against Coldwater.
Coral Rabel gets a pick from Hesse, goes up with a 3. Nope, that won't go. Ball's going to sail out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Celina Bulldogs. .6 seconds remaining here in the first half. Rough Riders lead. Shot at the buzzer, rolls around, and that won't go. And that's the end of the first half with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. It's the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 21, the Celina Lady Bulldogs 12. We'll be back right after this. Remember to mark your calendars for Memorial High School's performance of Anastasia, the musical, March 31st through April 1st. Inspired by the 20th Century Fox motion picture, this dazzling show transports its audience from the Russian Empire to 1920s Paris as a brave young woman enlists the help of a charismatic ensemble cast to reconnect with her past in search of home, love, and family. Follow the St. Mary's Memorial High School Drama Club on Facebook for more information, and mark your calendars for the high school performance of Anastasia, March 31st through April 1st.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and Fowler's TV would be great for anyone.
At Chef Auto Sales in St. Mary's, we don't play any of those pricing games. Our quality vehicles are priced at or below market value, and our no-pressure friendly staff is here to help you. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron Hyde, the car guy at Chef Auto Sales.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Not ugly. All righty, we welcome you back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court, where we are at halftime. The Lady Rough Riders on top, 21-12 over their Cross Lake rival, the Celina Lady Bulldogs. And here to take a look at the numbers in the first half, here's Derek and Kelly.
Well, for the first half, the Rough Riders shot 7 of 26 from the field for 27%. 2 of 11 from 3, and shot 15 threes. They were 5 of 15. The majority coming from, well, actually the entirety of the makes coming from the Rabel sisters. The Rough Riders out-rebounded the Dogs 16-9 with 5 offensive rebounds, which is really pretty good. The Riders were led by Cora Rabel with 11 points, followed by her sister Reese with 6, Morgan Hesse with 4. Celina scored 12 points in the first half, 5 of 20 from the field, attempting only 2 threes. 2 of 2 from the line, 9 boards. So really that rebounding difference kind of one of the deciding factors. And even though it kind of felt like there were some key turnovers, Celina only turned it over 5 times in that first quarter.
Which is actually good. Yeah,
so
very good.
That's pretty good, especially considering we applied a little pressure to him. You're going to turn it over a little more when you press. But, you know, really, from looking at the stats, if I'm Celina, I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. You know, your Cora Rabel getting really hot away from really being in a tight game. You know, if you rebound a little better and kind of bank on a little cooler shooting, you're in a decent spot. And if I'm the Riders, I'm at halftime talking about getting to the rim a little more. They've settled a lot from three, and you know that's not always a sustainable offensive strategy to do nothing but chuck threes. And so that they need to, and you can shoot threes, but you got to get into the lane a little bit, and you'll get easier looks from three. And I think they're settling a little bit and need to get a little more penetration or post looks.
And you have to give a little bit of credit to Celina's defense. And if you look at even right there on the replay, they're not closing out hard. They're closing out with some space, really giving the Riders some open looks. It was obviously a strategy. They're saying, hey, you know what, we're going to stay off. We're going to clog up the paint just a little bit and make them take some threes. So, you know, some of it, obviously, the Celina defense. Some of it may be a little bit of impatience on the Rider offense.
Well, whatever was said at halftime, it didn't take them very long.
Yeah.
They were in for about 2 minutes, and then they're back out on the floor warming up for second half action. As they do that, we'll wait the arrival of the Celina Senior Bulldogs. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back with more as our halftime show continues from Grand Lake Health Systems Court right after this.
And let's see, Cora.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Celina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
Albert Sporting Goods is here to outfit your team, both on and off the field. Since 1980, Albert Sporting Goods has serviced schools, clubs, and businesses throughout Ohio. For all of your uniform, spirit wear, and equipment needs, make it Albert Sporting Goods. Order online now at albertsportinggoods.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Welcome back to Grand Lake Health Systems Court. Joe Hurlbert alongside Kelly and Derek J. Rider Nation Station bringing you tonight's Western Buckeye League encounter between the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders and the Celina Lady Bulldogs. Want to remind our viewers along the way that on Saturday at 12 noon, the tip-off, it'll be the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders and the New Knoxville Lady Rangers. We'll be here to bring you that action. Of course, that is just a varsity game only. There is no JV game prior to the varsity game, and the varsity game, as I mentioned, will tip off at high noon. So we'll be here to bring you all that action. But if you get an opportunity, come out to Grand Lake Health Systems Court and cheer these Lady Rough Riders on. So the Celina Bulldogs are out. The St. Mary's Rough Riders are out. We'll have to see, as you mentioned, Kelly, and the information that you had gathered, quite a different contrast from last year's ball game.
40-21 at halftime last year. So yeah, let's slice everything in half for the point totals, and you know
and you got to give a shout out too to Coach Bacher on the defensive improvement from last year.
Sure.
You know?
Yes.
Yep.
And if you look at the stats so far, Cora Rabel has been averaging about 7 points a game, just over 7 points a game. So she's already exceeded her three game averages. Not saying that's where she's going to max out, but she had 10 points against Vandalia, 6 points against Celina, 7 points against Fairview. Maybe that's a sign of things to come, because she hasn't been deadly from the perimeter so far this year. Start making a lot of those points from three, people got to come out on you.
Right.
And then that'll open up her drive, which she's very good at. So hopefully that's something that she can continue. My guess is that Coach Bacher went in there and said, okay, good job, guys. Keep making them chuck it up. You know, we were joking earlier off mic about being the Golden State Warriors there for the first quarter. They were launching, and we toned it down a little bit there in the second quarter. Not quite as many attempts from three, but I'm sure that that's something that they talked about.
I think Coach Burke would also probably like to see some more post touches with Morgan Hesse. You know, only scoring 4 points. She's kind of been their main offensive driving force for the year, and you know, get her a little more involved and get her an easy touch early in the half, kind of get her into the flow of things.
Well, Celina has the basketball to start the second half, and they throw it quickly away. Reagan Allmeyer comes up with the steal. Reese Rabel turns, she'll drop it to Morgan Hesse, kick it back to Reese Rabel, puts the ball on the floor, goes inside the paint, goes up off the glass, won't go. Hesse with the offensive stick back, and it is good. It's 23-12.
And right there with Reese Rabel, that's something that we just talked about.
Exactly.
She's got to expand her game a little bit, so it's not just threes, that she's doing a little driving, and she caused that to happen there.
Hesse with the steal to Allmeyer. Allmeyer will bounce it down into Hesse, and she misses the shot, but she is fouled in the act, so she'll go to the line and shoot two.
Last game, the Riders, 34 free throw attempts. That's a ton of free throw attempts. Didn't hit nearly as many as they should, but not nearly as many tonight. Now, is that because they're not being as aggressive as they need to be? Is it called a little looser than it was against Celina? Or is Celina being a little more passive defensively? Don't know.
Hesse misses both free throws, absolutely. Misses both free throws. Celina has the rebound. They're coming the other direction with Rachel Rammel being guarded by Allmeyer. Allmeyer almost swiped it. Ball sails out of bounds. Celina will still have possession of the basketball.
Celina's really struggled with just the one-on-one press break. You know, a lot of times if it's just one-on-one, you just let the guard bring it up, but Celina's ball handling's a little suspect there, and so they've struggled a little bit.
Great help by Ella Jacobs on that.
Dirksen with the basketball. She'll get a pick from Peyton Bertke.
Nice job by Reese Rabel to cut her off, trying to go baseline there. Did a nice job keeping her in front.
Hopefully they saw in that first quarter she really likes to drive right.
Three-point shot is made by Taylor Klingshirn.
Taylor Klingshirn with 11 points on the evening, and really the mainstay for them.
Ella Jacobs launches a three from the corner.
That Ella's first attempt for the night?
I think so.
Beitke goes up with a shot, won't go. Jacobs has it. You said a moment ago Klingshirn has 11 points. She has 11 of their 15.
Yes.
Hesse, nice shot by Morgan Hesse.
A little shake and bake there.
Yes, it
on
was.
The post.
Get the ball up to Dirksen. Shot put up by Klingshirn. Hits it again.
Taylor Klingshirn feeling it now. That basket's getting pretty big for her.
Yes, it is.
Right now.
28-17 on the American Legion scoreboard.
And that's tough when you're suddenly hitting those perimeter shots. They got to come out on you a little bit, and that opens up the drive, which we know she can do from the first half. She can take the ball to the basket.
Rabel tried to get the ball down into Hesse. The ball was tipped away. And then a foul was committed. Foul was on Morgan Hesse. That's her second personal foul. Here's the
Hesse
with the
shot turnaround.
Hesse. And Morgan Hesse steals the basketball and travels.
Never quite had it under control the whole time. Yeah.
Just a little bit out of control. So
You'd
the
probably
turnovers.
like to see your big man, pick up the ball and jump stop rather than trying to lead the break. It's not necessarily her strong suit.
In the NFL, I think they talk about completing the catch.
There you go.
Yeah, completing the catch, yeah.
Celina will have the ball underneath their own basket. Lutz. Yep. And we've got a foul called.
Cora Rabel knew as soon as she knew.
I'm guilty.
It looked enticing, though.
She reached, and then she pulled her hand back, thinking, oh, I might have gotten away with that one, but she knew she fouled her.
Lob it all the way into Rachel Rammel. Give the ball to Klingshire, and she chucks it out of bounds, so the turnover will give the ball to the Rough Riders.
Bulldogs had a pretty clean first half, but four quick turnovers in the first half of the third quarter here.
And, yeah, we talked about at halftime that
it's one of the things that kind of kept them in the game.
But still, 11 down, you're still in the game.
Yep. Jackie Felber checks back in for Celina. Going to apply a little bit of token pressure. Rabel, bounce pass up to Allmeyer. Jacobs stops and pops from the right side. Got it. That's a nice shot.
Smooth little jump shot there. Suddenly, Ella Jacobs the last two buckets for the blue and gold.
Oof. Kenley Holstad has the ball stolen to Ella Jacobs, puts the ball on the floor, up off the glass, won't go. Rebound comes down to Klingshire, and all the way down it goes to Lutz. Lutz, right side. She'll slow it up and wait for the troops.
Some track
Amelia
people.
Lutz.
Track people guarding each other. You got Sierra Graber guarding Amelia Lutz. Lutz has got the throwing things down, and Graber is the queen of the sprints in the WBL.
Ella Jacobs is going to launch a three. Got it.
Ella Jacobs feeling it. Shaking her head a little bit like, oh boy, this is good.
Give me the ball. Klingshire to Dirksen. We've got a timeout called by Celina. So with the score on the American Legion scoreboard, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 33, the Lady Bulldogs of Celina 17. Back right after this.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and shooting sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
American Legion Post 323, our scoreboard sponsor through the course of the 2022-2023 basketball season. Derek, what you got?
Well, Ella Jacobs, who came into the game averaging less than 5 points a game, has scored a flurry of points here, 8 points all in the third quarter, going 2 for 2 from three. So really an offensive outburst from somebody who hasn't given a whole lot of offense to start the year. So, maybe a sign of things to come, hopefully, for the Lady Riders. But
absolutely.
Definitely looks good this third quarter here.
I know Coach Burke, and as Kira Dirksen cashes in a three there, Coach Burke talked about the fact that he hadn't had, because of the extended soccer season, hadn't had a handful of these girls very long, and Ella Jacobs one of those. And so, you know, maybe it's just a matter of getting into the basketball swing. But she's, yeah, definitely looking confident in those shots, and the Riders need that. They need some offense from some other players. And right now, camping out there in that corner, and if we'll know we've got something if she starts giving the feed me signal.
Morgan Hesse, she is fouled. She'll get 2 free throws. 2:47 remaining here in the third. On the American Legion scoreboard, Lady Riders on top. Foul is called on Amelia Lutz. That's her first, team second here in the second half. Morgan Hesse has the first of 2.
Somebody in the cheering section doing the golf in the hole. And hopefully she gets the next one.
Cadence Hirschfeld checks into the ball game for the Lady Riders, 5'6" sophomore. She's got them both.
Feast or famine.
Riders extend their lead to 15 points. I believe that's their biggest of the ball game.
Morgan Hesse breaks into the double-digit column for the blue and gold.
That's actually an incorrect call right there.
Because
the pass was tipped by Ashley Nuss. That should not have been over and back. It had probably been a turnover, irrespective of whether it was over and back, but that was the incorrect call.
Lutz probably could have sold it better by just going and getting it rather than trying to save it. Yeah, trying to save it.
Rabel drops it to Hesse, goes up with a shot, won't go, gets her own rebound. Kick it off to Hirschfeld, shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Peyton Berkey of Celina. Here comes Celina the other direction.
Morgan Hesse needed to shoot that with her left hand.
Shot put up by Rachel Ramel, won't go. Hesse with the rebound. Here comes the Rough Riders the other way. Cora Rabel, far side, it goes to Jacobs. In the corner it goes to Reese Rabel, to Cora for 3. Nope, off the front of the iron. Rebound comes down to Klingshirn. And here comes Ramel with the basketball. Felver, drop it to Klingshirn. In the corner it goes to Lutz. Klingshirn. Ramel. Rough Riders look like they're in a 2-3 zone.
Yep.
Been mixing it up a little bit here in the half. They've done some half-court zone press, some 2-3, a little man still.
Shot put up by Lutz, won't go. Rebound comes to Cora Rabel. Minute 13 remaining, all alone is Ella Jacobs off the window. Missed that one. She gets her own rebound, kick it back out to Rabel. Reese has it, give it to Cora. Ella Jacobs wishes she has that one back. Reese Rabel's 3-point shot won't go. Rebound comes down to Rachel Ramel.
That's the easiest shot that Ella Jacobs has had in the last quarter.
Felver, drop it down to Lutz. Klingshirn's going to launch one. 2-point shot by Taylor Klingshirn.
And I'm hoping that Coach Burke talks at this quarter break here, coming up in 30 seconds, about finding Taylor Klingshirn.
Mm-hmm. Morgan Hesse. Shot up, nope, won't go. Rebound foul is going to be on Ella Jacobs over the back. That'll be Ella's second personal foul.
Both teams have a couple subs here right at the quarter break. Lily Ramel comes in for the Riders, and Reagan Allmeyer and Sarah Graber. And we'll see if the Riders can get a turnover here right down the stretch.
Kira Dirksen
Good ball pressure.
to Holstad. Bounce pass, it goes to Jackie Klingshire. Nope, won't go. Rebound comes down to Lily Rammel, and that's the horn. That's the end of the third quarter. And on the American Legion scoreboard, it's the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 35, the Celina Lady Bulldogs 22. Back with the final 8 right after this.
At Chef Auto Sales in St. Mary's, we don't play any of those pricing games. Our quality vehicles are priced at or below market value, and our no-pressure friendly staff is here to help you. So before you buy, give us a try. Come see me, Aaron High, the car guy at Chef Auto Sales.
Here at TLC, we expanded our business, so we wanted the security of knowing exactly where all the kids are and what's going on in each of the rooms. We chose Fowler's because we've done all our televisions with them, and they mentioned they have security systems. So we just wanted to go out and look at it, and they were very upfront, and they do excellent work from start to finish. And so we chose Fowler's TV. It's been great for us here at TLC Learning Center, and then Fowler's TV would be great.
Providing insurance services since 1953, the R.J. Burke Insurance Agency is here to help you with your home, auto, business, and life insurance needs. Being an independent insurance agency representing many fine companies and located at 121 North Wayne Street in St. Mary's, you can contact Joe or Dan Burke for a no-obligation quote today. R.J. Burke Insurance Agency in St. Mary's. Fourth and final quarter. Rough Riders lead 35-22, and as we mentioned earlier, I think if you can find and shut down Jackie Klingshire, you'll stop the majority of their offense.
Anything outstanding, Derek, that quarter, besides Ella Jacobs being a
Rough Riders' defensive pressure really kind of ramped up in that third quarter. Forced 7 turnovers, and as they force another one here.
Yep, Sierra Graver just tuck her nose in on that one to get the jump ball, get the turnover. Celina going a little half court, now like 3/4 court pressure.
A little late, as Lily Rammel was all alone on the backside of the basket, but just didn't see her soon enough. So the ball went out of bounds. Last touch by Celina. Rough Riders will trigger it in. Cora Rabel will have the duty to do that. Graber gives the ball back to Rabel, to Allmeyer for 3. Nope, that won't go. Rebound, Taylor Klingshire. Klingshire, give the ball to Dirksen. Nope, won't go. Rebound, Klingshire. Shot up. Nope, won't go. Rebound, Berkey up, won't go. Rebound comes down to Graber. She'll give it off to Rabel. Rabel, not a good pass, as the ball is stolen now by Rachel Rammel. Here comes Celina. And Holstad drives the lanes. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be called on Sierra Graber.
In the NBA, they don't call that if you go straight up and even if you jump, yeah. So, but this is not the NBA.
Nope. Kenley Holstad hits the free throw. She'll get one more. Substitutions for the Rough Riders: Jacobs, Reese Rabel, and Morgan Hesse into the ball game.
That third quarter, the Riders only won 14-10 in the fourth quarter.
Really?
So it was a third quarter, excuse me. It was a very close third quarter. Didn't make up ground, but competitive. So Coach Balker's got to be pretty pleased with that.
Reese Rabel with the basketball. Kick it to Cora. Swing it right side to Allmeyer. Morgan Hesse pops out. Cora Rabel to Ella Jacobs. Reese Rabel.
And this is something that happened in a couple of the early games where the Riders didn't get a lot of north-south action.
Hesse misses the shot, gets her own rebound, throws it out to Reese Rabel, won't go. Allmeyer comes down with the board. Cora to Reese. Back to Reagan.
Cora's got pretty limitless range out there. Reese has got
nice
limitless
shot
range.
up and in by Morgan Hesse. Nice
assist.
Nice assist.
Reagan Elmeyer.
Klingshirn to Dirksen. Dirksen's going to launch a three. Nope, won't go. Rebound into the hands of Cora Rabel. Rough Riders have it coming the other way. 5:30 remaining here in the ball game. Morgan Hesse drives the paint, goes off the glass, won't go. Jacobs kick it back out to Allmeyer. Yes!
She got every inch of that rim.
Yes, she did.
Every inch. And suddenly the Riders got a comfortable lead.
Yes, they do. Shot put up by Kira Dirksen, no good. Morgan Hesse with the basketball. Rough Riders don't have to be in any hurry. They can control the clock.
Right. And they can be patient and get the good shot. Not saying don't shoot or don't even
attempt.
Attempt threes. You know, there are difference between good threes and bad threes at this point in the game.
And Reagan Allmeyer launched one. Ella Jacobs has the offensive board. Reese Rabel launched one. She got it.
Another one. Using every part of the,
right.
Yes.
And Celina wants a timeout with the score on the American Legion scoreboard. The Lady Riders 43. The Celina Lady Bulldogs 24. We'll be back.
He'll have some.
Colder weather is just around the corner, and you want to make sure your family's vehicle is tuned up and ready to go. Rabel's Auto Service has been voted the best auto repair center in St. Mary's the last 3 years. And did you know they will pick up and deliver your vehicle for free? Give Rabel's Auto Service a call at 419-394-1624 or stop in and see Jeremy at 1610 Celina Road in St. Mary's. Rabel's Auto Service in St. Mary's. Give them a call today.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Back at Grand Lake Health Systems Court, Joe Hurlbert, Kelly, and Derek J. Derek, got some numbers?
Yeah, the Riders kind of resuming their three shooting here in the fourth quarter, putting up a bunch of them, but they're making a decent percentage. They're 9 of 25 on the game, and another significant stat, the Riders have 12 offensive boards on the game. Especially Ella Jacobs, Morgan Hesse doing a nice job hitting the offensive glass and getting extra possessions as Reagan Allmeyer tries to get an extra possession and then gives it right back.
I think she got excited. Took one too many steps.
Saw that open pathway to the basket.
Absolutely.
She was sniffing too.
So the turnover will give the ball back to Celina. Kira Dirksen with the basketball. Picks it up. She's guarded there by Rabel. Morgan Hesse steals the basketball. She's going to go up. Left hands it. Nope, won't go. And it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Celina. St. Mary's will have the basketball.
May have been a little contact on that shot. But it was the right shot. She did use her left, which I'll have to point out was right or correct.
Reese Rabel with the basketball. Drives into the free throw area. Gives it back out to Cora. Ashley Nuss with the basketball. Hesse. Cora Rabel. Graber.
The Riders against Vandalia had about a minute-long possession doing this very same offense. Ashley Nuss may have gotten away with her carry there.
Reese Rabel launches a three and hits it. 22-point lead for the Lady Riders with 3:20 remaining in the contest.
And at this point in the game, the Bulldogs are, you know, they're out of it as far as the win-loss thing, but obviously Coach Bacher wants to make some improvements, you know, run some things, have some successes, may get some subs in here for the last couple minutes, some people that haven't been in the game yet. And we'll see if Coach Burke kind of follows suit.
I think Kate Braun checked into the ball game for Celina, number 40. She did. Reese Rabel's going to launch a three. Nope, too hard. Rebound comes down to Cora. Cora in the paint, goes up with a shot. We've got a whistle, and she's going to the line to shoot 2.
Nice little left hand there by Cora. Getting the shot up. Sometimes it's just a matter of get it up there and hope that you draw the foul, which she did.
Cora Rabel hits the first. She'll get one more. Substitutions coming back in for Celina.
And hopefully we'll be able to, by Saturday, get some season stats from Coach Burke so we can contribute some things. What is Cora Rabel shooting from the free throw line for the season?
She hits them both. 48-24, Rough Riders on top. I think the only thing in doubt at this point in time will be the final score as Coach Burke is getting ready to clear his bench. Lutz drops it down into Braun. Shot put up, whistle and a foul. Shot was put up by Rachel Rammel. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. Rachel Rammel, just a freshman. She misses her first. She'll get one more.
The Riders' mainstay offensive players there get a nice round of applause from the crowd.
Second free throw up by Rammel, no good. Rebound by Braun. Puts it back up and in.
Braun just a sophomore. So Coach Bacher's got some youth out on the floor.
Ball sails out of bounds. It will go to the Celina Bulldogs as Brooke Bacher will, is that how you say that, Bacher?
Bacher, yes. And
triggers it in, that's Coach's daughter.
Coach's daughter.
2 minutes remaining.
While the game is...
Oops, we traveled.
Turnover. While the game is, not in question anymore, if you're Coach Burke, you're still looking to get some value out of these minutes. Some of these players that, typically don't get in a lot of varsity games, get some minutes, get some experience, either for next year or for, foul trouble type situations where they may be called upon in an important game. It's good to get them some experience now, and so
absolutely.
You don't want them to just kind of go through the motions out there. You want them playing hard and getting some valuable experience.
Absolutely. Celina foul was called on Rachel Rammel. That's her second. Just the team's fourth. Rough Riders only have 5 team fouls. I don't think we've been in a one-on-one situation either half. Ball stolen and put up by Kenley Holstad for 2.
Coach Burke leaving Reg Nallmeyer in to get a little ball handling experience, as Cora Rabel has been doing the majority of that this year.
Down low it goes to Cadence Hirschfeld. Ashley Nuss, Allmeyer, looking down low. Drop it into Chloe Ott.
Chloe Ott, the tallest person on the Rough Rider offense at 6 foot tall. Just a sophomore.
2 points for Celina. We're under 40 seconds to play in the contest. Rough Riders lead by 18 on the American Legion scoreboard. Ott, Allmeyer. Lily Rammel to Nuss. Ott. Hirschfeld. Allmeyer. We're down to 13 seconds. Ott. Swing up far side to Ashley Nuss. Back to Lily Rammel.
And they may just let this one right off the clock here. Oops.
Yep. Ott runs it down, and that's the horn. And that ends the ball game with the score. St. Mary's 48 and the Celina Bulldogs 30. The Tap House at the Square invites you to join them after the game. Located in St. Mary's Business Square complex, the Tap House is the new place to meet old friends. Best of luck to all rider athletes and teams. Cheers to a healthy and successful season with lots of wins. Stop into the Tap House at the St. Mary's Square in St. Mary's.
Do you find yourself faced with injustice or confronted with a legal matter that you need help resolving? If so, call attorney David Walbacher at 216-225-9181. That's attorney David Walbacher for all your legal needs.
Hello, I'm Dr. Robert Spees. Welcome to Spees Chiropractic and Wellness Center.
As a family practice, Spees Chiropractic welcomes in patients of all ages. Whether this is your first time or you've done this before, Dr. Spees and his compassionate staff are here for you. What makes Spees Chiropractic unique is their three-tier approach. By using chiropractic care alongside massage therapy and physical therapy, all your healthcare needs will be treated compassionately and comprehensively. Spees Chiropractic. Make the right choice for your care.
St. Mary's Legion Post 323, veterans working for veterans and the future of our country. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 supports veterans programs such as Gifts for Yanks, Support the Troops, Comfort Warriors, Blood Donor, POW MIA programs, as well as children and youth programs. The St. Mary's Legion Post 323 also donates thousands of dollars each year to local summer programs such as Boys State, Girls State, Scholarships in Education, Boy Scouts, Oratorical, and Shooting Sports. St. Mary's Legion Post 323, remembering the past, living the present, and working for the future.
Alongside Kelly and Derek J., where the Rough Riders win it going away by a score of 48-30. Here to take a look at some of the numbers in the contest. Once again, here's Derek.
Well, the Rough Riders scoring 48 points tonight were led by Cora Rabel with her hot first half, 13 points, followed by her sister Ann Morgan Hesse, both with 12. Ella Jacobs scored 8 points all in that third quarter. And rounding out the scoring is Reagan Allmeyer with 3 points. The Rough Riders shot 32% from the field, 16 of 50. Not quite an enviable number, but the three-point line was definitely their friend tonight. They were 10 of 27 for 37%, 6 of 8 from the line. Maybe want to get there, get to the line more often in the future, but with three-point numbers that good, can't complain. And they also had 13 offensive rebounds, which is a great number. The Celina Bulldogs scoring 30 points. Half of that came from Taylor Klingshire with 15. And then a handful of others in the 2 to 4 range. Celina was 12 of 38 from the field for 31%, 2 of 7 from 3 for 28%, and turned it over 17 times. Most of that in that third quarter, kind of as the game got out of hand for the Bulldogs a little bit there, as the Riders applied a little more pressure.
Kelly, you've seen St. Mary's tonight against Celina. You saw them also against Celina. Where have they improved the most, and where do you think they need work before they take on the Lady Rangers here on Saturday at noon?
I think sometimes they don't quite know what their identity is yet. And I think that's probably growing. And again, Coach Burke has talked about the fact that they did get a late start because of soccer, and So, they're still probably learning things because of who we graduated last year. You have a lot of people in new roles. Obviously, we have several people that played a lot last year. Cora Rabel was a starter last year. Morgan Hesse and Reese Rabel. Tournament time was definitely an important cog in the big picture here. But I think right now it's learning our roles and getting an identity, and hopefully that'll come.
Absolutely. Of course, as I mentioned, the Lady Riders will be in action this Saturday at noon with the tip-off. Only a varsity game on Saturday. Rider Nation Station will be here to bring you all the action. Once again, we want to thank our crew. Hunter Winget on camera tonight. This is his inaugural debut.
Yes.
So
we just hope that he comes back. We hope we don't run him off.
Absolutely. Also, we want to say thanks to Logan Yelton, who's pushing all the buttons in training, so to speak. He's going to be running the show, as Rich is going to be off next week. Also, Rich Spencer and Doug Spencer, and, of course, the man in the student section, Ross Henshin. So great job, crew. That's going to conclude it for Rider Nation Station tonight. With the win, the Rough Riders run their regular season record to 2-2 on the season, 1-0 in the Western Buckeye League. With the loss, the Celina Bulldogs dropped to 0-2 overall, 0-1 in the Western Buckeye League. And it was a double win for the Rough Riders tonight as the St. Mary's Lady JVs won 33-12 over the Lady Bulldogs. Once again, our final score, the St. Mary's Lady Rough Riders 48, the Celina Senior Bulldogs. For our entire Rider Nation Station staff and my colleagues Derek and Kelly J, I'm Joe Hurlbert. We'll hope to see you on Saturday with more Rough Rider basketball here on Rider Nation Station. Until then, so long, everyone.
Thanks for watching another episode of Rider Nation Station. Help us help you by subscribing on YouTube or following us on Facebook.